Hi, I'm Ashley and this is Naomi, and the purpose of our tutorial is to show you how to take your measurements for the purpose of ordering your Ardyss body reshaping garments. As well as showing you how to take your own measurements, we're also going to refer you to the measurement guide. The guide will also give you tips in accordance with your body type, as well as telling you which of these specific measurements you'll be needing to order any specific garment that you're interested in.
Perfect, so let's get started. We are going to use a tape measure. We're going to take 4 measurements, starting with the chest. We're then going to take the thorax measurement, the waist measurement, and the hip measurement. Okay. So let's start with the chest measurement. So you're going to have the person stand with their arms out to the sides. Perfect. Bringing the tape measure around, wrapping it around the front, and laying it across on the nipple level. So you're going to take it in a straight line back. Okay, if I can have you turn to the side.
And you can ask the person to hold that in place for you so that you keep the right grip.
Perfect. Pulling that nice and snugly. You don't want it to be too tight, but you want it to be nice and firm. And I'm getting a measurement of a 33. And if you look in the front, you can see that there is some resistance, but can you still breathe?
Still comfortable, it's just snug and not tight.
Perfect, that's exactly how you want it. Okay, so then the next measurement we're going to take is the thorax measurement, and when you wrap the tape measure around the front, you're going to want to start in the center of the chest on the chest bone right here. So I'm going to ask you to lift the arms.
And depending on the woman's body type, you might ask her if there's any lifting of the breast tissue to do, that she does that, or permission for you to do that yourself. And then once that's done, you can ask her to place her finger over the tape measure to hold that firmly in place.
Perfect. So then I'm going to bring this around to the back. I'm actually going to need to slide this across a little bit. Perfect. Okay, if I can have you turn to the side. Now for the thorax measurement, you start up really high on that chest bone in the front, but when you actually bring it to the back, you want to taper it down so that it's the edge of the tape measure is on the line of the waist. So if you have her bend to the side, perfect. I can see that right here is her waistline. So if I can have you stand back up again, I'm going to pull the tape measure round to the back and just dip it down a little bit to where that waist is.
To the natural crease.
Perfect. So if I can have you stand back up, you're going to pull it nice and tight. Not too tight, but you want it nice and firm, and I'm getting a 28 there.
Great.
So that's perfect. Now we're going to take the waist measurement, and again, if you have the person lean to the left or the right, you can see where that natural crease is forming.
Okay.
Perfect. Now I'm going to reach this around the waist, right in that natural crease. Have you turn to the side. You want to pull it nice and snug again. Perfect. And I'm pulling up between a 24 and a 25. And on these measurements, if you get an odd number, you'll see that you want to round down to the lowest even number. Perfect. So now the last measurement is the hip measurement. And that is, if you can see that her belly button is about right here, and the hip measurement is going to go right along here on that bone. Perfect. So I'm going to bring the tape measure around the front, right along the hip. If you could turn to the side, I'm going to pull that again nice and snug, not too tight, but nice and snug, and I'm getting about a 34 there. So that's perfect. That is the 4 measurements: the chest, the thorax, the waist, and the hip.
So enjoy your body magic or your Ardyss body reshaping garments.